what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a mukbang style propagating sort of potting video. Basically, we're going to be filling up these 20 nursery pots, and while I do that, we're just going to have a conversation about plants because that's all I talk about, okay? I have tons of plants that need new pots. This one has no drainage holes and it's a little baby Monstera deliciosa, and I kind of just want to make sure it gets in a pot with drainage holes. I have tons of water propagations that need to get out of the water. I have some I need to get into the water to start some new root systems. And basically, yeah, that's what we're going to do today. All right, let's get to it. So I just want to start off by talking a little bit about propagating. So basically you can take your mature plants, you take a little cutting of it, and you make new plants. For example, yesterday I got an Adansonii from my nursery in town, and it was very long, so I was like, why don't we just start propagating right now? And so I stuck it in a bit of water. It's got some sunlight, not direct sunlight, and already it's forming some roots. I have Monstera deliciosas, some neon pothos, some random succulent tree thing I got, some peperomias, some transcendentia zebrinia, and that's about it. The trick to propagating is making sure they have nodes for majority of your plants. So Monstera deliciosa needs a node in order to form a new leaf. It's where the aerial root will come from. So for example, I'm just going to pull these right here. This one did not have a node. I thought I could defeat that. This has formed roots, but it will never form a new leaf because it does not have a node. This one had a node and it already has a new leaf that's forming right here. So once that root starts, it's going to develop a new leaf and it will actually form a new plant. Same thing with your pothos. And you'll see along the way that a lot of these might work, so a lot of these might not. But honestly, that's what I've learned along the way, is this is a lot of trial and error. So let's get to it. So first up, I'm going to pot my neon pothos because I truly love this plant. So I'm going to use my own homemade soil mixture. Let me pull it on up here. It is 1 part perlite, 2 parts soil. I don't think it's organic, but that is what I was looking for when I was in the store, but I wasn't able to find any. I like to use perlite because it keeps the mixture light and airy, and it'll absorb a lot of the water so that you don't develop root rot, which is what a lot of plants are unfortunately susceptible to. I'm just gonna keep this on the ground right now. And we're gonna pull out this neon pothos over here. So what you'll notice is this is actually one propagation. I don't have 2 separate plants here, but it has a long aerial root. It actually looks like it has 2, and so it's actually a really good sign. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna plop it right in here, and then I'm gonna bring the soil back up, this heavy monstrous piece. And we're gonna get some soil around in there. We don't wanna go too far above the root, otherwise we'll get rot on this plant stem. And you wanna pack it in so that it's pretty stable. Nobody likes a floppy plant. But not too tight, so that it's not gonna get the water. And bam, we have a little plant over here. So that's 1 down, folks. Now there's a couple different ways that you can propagate. You can actually propagate with water, or you can propagate with soil. I've found that for soil, I'm a little too nosy, and a little too worrisome. So I like to know that the roots are forming, so I peek a lot. So the only way that I've soil propagated so far is this Monstera deliciosa right here, and with my mom's snake plant, because I really wanted a snake plant. I couldn't find any anywhere. So we're gonna do a bit of Transcendentia Siberdemia. I couldn't find any snake plants anywhere. So I was like, you know what, why not just steal from my mom? And that's what I did. I cut off a couple leaves of hers, and I chopped them in half, making sure the bottom part is down in the soil and the top part is of course facing up. And it didn't seem like it was going very well. I don't know, I didn't see any progress, but it's actually a very slow moving progress. I pulled them out one day and there were a lot of roots. It was amazing. And speaking of my mom, she's actually the reason kind of why I'm into plants, at least into like naturey plants. Like she has always had very big gardens. They're like elaborate gardens ever since I can remember, and she always wanted me to help with the planting, with the roots, or not the roots, with the weeding, so that our plants can grow and be big plants. And of course, as a kid, you're pretty rebellious and you don't want to do anything that your parents want to do, so I always resented it, didn't think it was very cool. I also had a really big, and still do have a really big aversion to snakes. So being outside and gardening just didn't sound like something I wanted to do, because there's that risk of snakes. I didn't ever want to run into snakes, and I actually didn't. Not myself, my mom did. I didn't. And so that was outdoor plant experience with my mom. And then when I was in college, before I went away, she actually got me this aloe vera plant. A nice, easy beginner plant to take care of. My freshman year of college, my roommate Nicole's boyfriend actually named him Lance the Plant. And from there, just kind of stuck with him. I had him all years of college. One year I actually forgot him, and I left before Nicole did, and she ended up taking him home. And I think she said she left him outside, and he came back to me, and I was a little worried because I thought aloe vera plants were only indoor plants, and I thought he would be dead. But he came back and he was like bigger than ever. It was pretty crazy. So that was the year I learned that aloe vera is kind of like the outside. Who knew? Alright, so I'm going to pull out this Monstera deliciosa. So the reason I put this one in soil is because one day I was trimming my bigger plant, because I heard that if you get rid of the smaller leaves, it makes room for the bigger leaves. And you know me, I'm all about those big leaves. So I was like, oh, let me just do that. And I wasn't even using scissors. And I pulled this bad boy off. This is scary. Hold on one second. So, I pulled this bad boy off of the mother plant, and with it, if I could get this to come out. Wow, this is insane. Came not this many roots, but a lot of roots. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. I'm just gonna try and get as much of the old dirt. I don't know if there was root rot. I didn't see when I have my propagation room. I try not to like use a watering can. I try to use my spray bottle that has a lot of Miracle-Gro in it, so that they don't become too saturated and their root systems get ruined too. So I was always scared. Oh my, she's gonna get big, like really big real quick. That's crazy. That is just crazy. So, okay, so she had roots, so I plopped her right in soil. It's really the end of that story. And going back to Lance, so Lance from college, I had him up until actually a year ago now. My mom took care of him for part of my life as well, and then when I got my hands back on him, I forgot to water him. Yeah, it's really my fault. She also got me these other succulents, and they were really cute, and they were actually in this pot right here, and they were really cute. Come to find out, now that I'm older, or like I know a bit more about plants, the rocks were glued down on it, so I'm sure the water that I was giving them was too much, because there again isn't the drainage. The rocks make it seem like it's a lot more dry. I can't check the soil, not that I was, but yeah, those plants ended up dying a lot quicker than Lance did. And then Lance died relatively soon after that when I moved into my friend's house up in her attic, which was really hot. And I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my succulent propagations. So I have a couple succulent propagations that I'm just gonna get going into some soil, into their own pot, because they're getting a little big. So I said we were gonna do 20 today, but I think that's a little ambitious. We're gonna do these, we're gonna finish these, so we're gonna have a total of 7, and then we're going to put some more propagations into water to prepare for the next time that I pot them up. So after Lance died, I was without a plant for a while. I didn't really care. And then I was at Wegmans, which if you don't know what Wegmans is, I'm sorry. But I was at Wegmans one day and I saw this beautiful, like extremely beautiful gold painted, I thought aloe, but I think it's just a succulent right now. I don't really know anymore. And I was like, I have to have this. I've never seen a gold plant. I can't believe it. It's insane. Like, a gold plant, it's unheard of. And come to find out, it literally is unheard of because it's not real. It was painted gold. And I had that going for a little while. It was pretty easy. I watered it when I remembered. I didn't think about it at any other time. It was kind of just like a decorative item. And then I went to Trader Joe's. And that's kind of where it went all downhill for me at least. Or not for me, I guess, for Jacob. So, we go to Trader Joe's. I see 2 succulents. One is this fuzzy little thing, which I thought, oh no. Well, hopefully that didn't just ruin it. One was a fuzzy little thing, which I thought was a lamb's ear, which, going back to my story about my mom, is I used to plant those with my mom, and I love the feeling of them. They're this little velvety type of leaf situation. And so I bought it, and it wasn't that, but it was a really cool plant, along with the other plant, which is like Shrek's ears. And those I had going for a little while. And then what was my next plant? I think it was a spring cactus, and then it was this other plant, and then it was this other cactus because one of the YouTubers that I watch actually has a lot of plants for herself as well, Rachel Whitehurst, and the plants that I saw that she has, I was like, those are really cool. Like, I would love to have those kinds of plants. Then all of a sudden, Jenna Marbles had a plant video, and I was like, holy cow, she has a lot of plants, and she inspired all my Hoya collections. And then from there, I got into Etsy. I found an actual garden nursery. I found another garden nursery. I hit Walmart every day. I hit Home Depot every day. And really, it's just stemmed to this whole collection that you see right here and more. And you may have saw if you watched the plant tour video. It's kind of gotten out of hand. But it's not that these are decorative pieces for me anymore. These are something I can take care of and maintain and watch grow and cry when they sprout out flowers. So yeah, now I'm going to show you how I cut the plants so that they can propagate in water and I can make more of them. Gonna do this philodendron Brazil. Now she is a true beaut. She is in the same genus as the Monstera deliciosa. I think she is beautiful and I love her very much. So right here, let's bend her over. Bend it over. There's the little nubbins right here, so we're gonna cut that right there. And we're gonna stick this little girl into some water. Also has a purpley, let's zoom her in, a silvery purple texture. I love it. Sorry, I have dirt underneath my nails from, you know, mixing the dirt and stuff. But she is a pretty beaut. She trails a lot. Honestly, I think I just got her like a month ago. Yeah, it was Father's Day, like a month ago, and she's gotten pretty big. She hasn't even been in like direct sunlight. Ooh, I see a nice little nub right there. Slice. And you can see, maybe, it's that little bump. I'm just gonna stick it, oh, hold on, un momento. I forgot that I use this rooting powder, which is built to help make sure their roots get nice and developed. They're strong. It's definitely worked so far. I don't know. I couldn't tell you if it's the end all be all, but I've definitely liked using it. It's helped, again, actually the same plant, because when I brought it home, one of its stems broke right off, and I was very sad. But then I dipped it in some rooting powder, and you saw her, she grew real tall. I'm gonna take that philodendron brandy back out and dip it in the powder as well. Now, my real question is to do a neon pothos again. Look at these beauteous leaves with their variegation. What is it from? What do you think? You think it's from the Brazil? Because I am thinking so. It's been next to it for a while, honestly. Alright, so same dealio. I'm gonna find that node. I'm gonna cut it right below. So you see that little baby right down there? Oh, perfect. So we're gonna snip, snap. Snip, snap. Oh, okay. So sometimes I also discover this. She already got a root going. She's got a root going. She's just doing her own thing. So we're gonna dip her into some water, dip in the pool, trips to the spa, endless days in my shades. Whole world according to you, Neon Pothos. So it'll get some nice root systems very soon. Okay, so that's it. That's all we're gonna do today, just so we can remember We did the neon pothos. We have the philodendron brandy. We have the transcendentia zebra, all going in water. Right now I still have 2 Monstera deliciosas, a peperomia, an ansonii, and up there I have some string of bananas. You can see them. And yeah, that's it. Okay, that's it, you guys. That's propagating 101 in water and soil. That's just the way I do it. It's not even maybe the proper way. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up or a pause up if you're Jeffrey. If you don't like it, you can dislike it as well. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave a comment down below or message me on any of my social media. And if you are not already, please subscribe to see more plant content or just random content in general. I am planning on putting out a lot of videos about these plants because honestly they've consumed my entire life. If you want to be friends, my social media is right down below. I will gladly talk to you about any plants questions that you have, any plants in general. I love talking about plants, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye! My good boy.